Okay, once again, good morning, everybody. Okay, today we'll look into this small part types of reports and methods of report generation. Okay, first is what is a report? Why reports are important? Hold on 1 second, please. Sorry for that interruption. There was background noise. Okay, today we'll see into the type of reports. First is what is a report? Report is like we understood the ERP system. ERP system having like a consolidated common database. It will have all kinds of a data. We looked into different functional area. For example, marketing and sales. Then we looked into human resource department, then manufacturing, supply chain management. These are the different functional areas. They will directly interact with the common database. The common database will have information about everything. We saw some of the ERP diagrams. Each functional area directly interacts with the common database. All the information that is generated is stored in the common database. If you want to look into the data, right, any kind of a data, for example, if you want to look the sales data, what kind of sales have happened, if you want to look into the sales data, the resource, common database is the source for that. Similarly, HR department, if they want to view the information about the employee's profile or the skill set, again it is stored back in the database. So one way of accessing that data is directly logging into the database. You must have you are studying the DBMS. Like how we can directly connect to the database using the structured query language SQL, and we can get some data. So you can use the SQL queries like select star from particular table, and if you have certain clauses there, for example, you want the sales data where the payment is completed, so you can say select star from sales where payment is completed, where payment is equal to completed, something like that. So that is the way we can get the data out of the common database. But the most important is every user is not technically sound, so every user will not be able to write the SQL queries. So what we have to do is, on top of that database, we have to create the reports. Reports are it is shown in a very structured format, very structured format. So reports will indirectly it will issue the query, whatever the data you want to use, but it will show it in a very nice format. For example, of the report is like your scorecard, right? Your scorecard, it is nicely the marks are stored in the database. The marks are stored in the database. 1 second. Okay. So example is your scorecard. Scorecard, all the information, your results are stored in the VTO database, but when they are generating uh, that particular marks to be shown, they are generating it as a report. In that report, nicely there is a VTU header will be there. Then the information, some kind of a information will be there. What are the subjects that are listed? What is the minimum marks? What is the maximum marks? How much marks you have got? Internal marks, external marks, all those kinds of information are included in a nicely formatted way. So uh, such reports will help in understanding what is going on. So reports are required by each and every body in the different levels. Okay, it is according to their needs. Suppose the top management, their requirement would be at a very higher level, like the sales, the projections, maybe with the graphs, right? Those are the information. That is how it is shown for the top management who wants to see the trends. So what is the trend in the sales, or they want to see the only the summary of the sales region wise or the country wise. But certain middle level management, they want to see the same kind of a report at a different level with a different details. And the lower level, maybe the accounting people, they want to know every transaction, isn't it? So the reporting requirement is different at a different level. So reports along with the ERP system, we need to have the reporting system. Without the reporting system, we cannot view the data, and that ERP system is of, like, it is not of that useful for the user unless he sees the reports in the form he wants to see it. So now you understand the importance of the reports, and there are many reporting tools that are available. These, along with the ERP, there are certain standard reports are generated. For example, marketing and sales, there are certain standard reports. Sales reports is one example. For marketing people, if they want to have the product information, product details in like a catalog, that kind of a report. Some reports are standard to the ERP, and some reports, let us say particular organization has a specialized needs. They want reports in particular way. Those reports are created using the customization. So either the ERP will provide the customization, or ERP, we can link the ERP database with a third party reporting tool, which is exclusively for the business intelligence and the reporting purposes, which gives a wide variety of reporting. So that is how the reports are very important. When you have the ERP, report will serve to give the information as per the requirement of the user. There are three major types of reports generated by the functional area information system and enterprise resource planning system. So there are three major types of reports. First one is the routine reports. So these are the reports that are produced on a scheduled intervals. Means, let us say the sales report, they want to generate it every month. So month wise, there is a particular routine or a particular schedule given to generate that report, and these reports will be automatically generated. If you want to automate, these reports will be automatically generated according to you specify the schedule. You say the last month, last day of a month, automatically certain process will kick off. We call it as a scheduler. It will run the reporting tool. It will generate the report, and also there will be provision if reports needs to be shared through email or any other means. It can email it to the certain set of users. So all those automation can be done. So there are many reports that will run on a particular schedule. Those are called as a routine reports. Here are the other example: hourly quality control reports, right? Hourly quality control reports, what kind of a quality being the products that are being generated, produced, what kind of a quality it has. It can come up as a report with every hour. Daily reports on absenteeism rates. So If they are tracking the absenteeism of the employees, they can do it on the a daily basis. At the end of the day, a report will be generated. Whoever is absent, maybe this information is very important for the supply chain management, where they are required for the arranging the human resources, or it might be important for the HR department, where they can track like how many people are absent. Then if certain people are on a continuous absenteeism, things like that, they can take some kind of a action based on those reports. So those are the routine reports. Next one is the ad hoc reports. What are the ad hoc reports are? These are on demand. So there is no particular schedule for this. This is on the ad hoc basis. Whenever particular user feels like he needs to see the certain status, then he will run that report, and he will come to know about the whatever the information he wants to look in. These reports are non-routine reports. Non-routine in the sense we do not, these reports do not follow any schedules. These are ad hoc basis. Whenever there is a requirement, these reports are generated. Example is given here. Chief financial officer might want to monitor cash flow and cash on hand. So the CFO of the company, he wants to check what is the cash flow and how much is cash on the hand. Anytime, this is like whenever he feels like he can run the report, he will come to know about the what is the cash flow and what is the cash on hand for a particular organization. So there are many such ad hoc reports. For example, the profit percentage, okay, production rate. What is the production rate? That is how much products are produced. Again, you can submit a query anytime you want. You can generate the report. You will come to know about how many products are produced. So there are many types of reports that can be incorporated into ad hoc reports. Next one is the exception reports. These reports include only information that falls outside certain standards. So exception, as the name suggestion, these are not according to normal routine. These are some deviations. Exceptions is what? Deviation from the set standards. Example is like absenteeism. That can be called as a exception report, where you are getting the information of the people who are absent. You are taking only that information. For example, quality checks. You are taking the information about the products which failed the quality check. Okay, so these exceptions, wherever you see exception, that report can be generated, and how that report can be used to bring in some control mechanism if required. When let us say quality control, like on that particular day, normally out of like 10,000 products produced, maybe one or two will be defective. Let us say on that particular day there are like a 20. So that shows that there is some problem in the manufacturing, or the sum of the system is not working properly. So corrective action can be taken immediately. And exception reports, what they do is they will set the threshold. For example, I give the products that are not passing the quality checks. Let us say that report will be produced. They will put a threshold of let's say 15. If there is 15 products, 15 or more products which fails the quality check, immediately automatically exception report will be generated, and it will be sent to the respective people who can take a look and verify what is the problem. So exception reports, similar to the routine reports, we can be scheduled into a system, and these reports will not generate on a schedule. These reports will generate on exception. So it will be running a some kind of a query on the database. It will be looking for the query select count from defective products. Okay, defective or which doesn't pass the control. If that count comes as 15 or greater than 15, automatically that report will be generated and it will be sent to the respective people. That is the exception report. Example might identify only those cases where sales fell outside an established threshold. So example of the sales is, so in certain area the sales goes below certain threshold. Automatically it will send a message that in this particular city the sales has gone down. So whoever is responsible for the sales of that, they will take a look, they will take corrective actions based on this particular report. Methods of report generation. One way, as I told you, using SQL queries, structured query language queries on ERP database. So for this method of report generation requires the knowledge of the database and knowledge of how to write the SQL queries. So you can directly generate the queries, whichever kind of, whatever kind of a report we need, we can generate using the SQL queries. And you must have heard about the aggregate functions. We can use the joins, we can join multiple tables, we can use the aggregate functions. Then let us say you want to have the sales figure city wise. Okay, so there will be a couple of tables you will join, and you will group by the city and take the sum of the sales. So that is how you will get the sales. Here sum is the aggregate function, you group over the city. So whatever the cities you have in the database, it will group over those cities and it will add all the sales amount and it will show as a report. So first method, technical people they can generate such a report. And if there are when normally these kind of reports are nobody will rely on technical people for generating the such reports. uh, Only if there is a situation where a particular requirement is there which is not met by any of the existing reports, maybe until that report is get created, because it has to go through the development cycle. They have to create the report, do the testing, okay, then get the user acceptance, then put that new report into the system. Until that time, if required, technical people can run the SQL queries and they can generate the report and send it to the business people. That is one way of doing it. And second method is using standard reports provided by the ERP software. So as I told you, every ERP software, we looked into many ERP software that are present in the market. SAP is there, Oracle Financial, so many are there. Every ERP software, they provide with a standard reports. Standard report, when we talk about the standard report, the ERPs itself are built upon a industry's best practices. For example, marketing and sales module, that particular module is created based on the best practices that are followed across the industry. So they study multiple companies, how marketing and sales functions work, and they will pick the best methods among them, and using that best methods, they will incorporate that into marketing and sales module. So that is the best practices. And based on the best practices, whatever are the standard reports that are required for the marketing and sales department, those standard reports will be, by default it will be incorporated into ERP software. So using those standard reports, we can generate the whatever the data we require. That is second method. Third one is creating custom reports based on the requirements. So I told you custom reports is, these are standard reports, but a particular organization has a some other requirement for the reporting. They want something else to be added, or they want totally a new report. Then customization is required. Means customization, in the customization, using that customization, they will take the user requirement and they incorporate and they will create a new kind of a report as per the user requirement. Those are called as the custom reports. Using third party reporting tools connected to the ERP database. So the last fourth option is Let us say there are many reporting tools are there. For example, BERT is there, then Pentaho is there, and open source is Jasper Reports is there. So there are many such reporting tools are there. Those normally are called as business intelligence and reporting tools, BI, because it incorporates some business intelligence. That is nothing but some kind of a data analytics it involves. Those third party reporting tools are very powerful, and you can create very complex reports using that. So the last option, we can use any of the these third party reporting tools, and we connect it to the database so that it will get the data from that database. Using that third party tool, we can create other sets of reports. There are many reporting tools that are used by the organization because it incorporates BI also. ERP, most of the time what they will do is they will create it as a database which will collect all the information. Then this data is moved to data warehouse, and that data warehouse, they will connect the third party tools, and those third party tools will generate those complex reports. This is to avoid uh, uh, ERP database is used as the operational database because all the operational activities being carried out. Sometimes these reporting tools, the kind of queries that submit, they are very heavy duty queries, which might slow down the database. So normally they will take a copy into a data warehouse, and they connect all the reporting tools to that data warehouse, and they generate the report. So that is about the types of reports and methods of report generation. Okay, that completes module 4. In the module 5, we are going to see micro and small enterprises. We'll see what is a micro and small enterprises, a definition of micro and small enterprises, what are the characteristics and advantages of having micro and small enterprises, steps in establishing micro and small enterprises. So what are the different steps involved to establish micro and small organizations? Government of India Industrial Policy 2007 on micro and small enterprises. And we have case studies. So case studies on Microsoft, then Captain G.R. Gopinath, that is Air Deccan, and third one is the Infosys. So we have three case studies. What is a case study is when we are studying the management, mostly like business schools, MBA, they extensively understand the management concepts, strategies, different knowledge areas of the management using the case study. These case studies are nothing but some examples of the successful enterprises, and also these are the examples of some of the failures that occur. So we can learn from the success, we can learn from the failures. So those are the three case studies you have. Then last section is institutional support. What are the different institutions that are present, both in state government and the central government, which will assist entrepreneur with setting up the micro or small industries. These are the different organization: MSME, DI, NSIC, SIDB is there, KIDB, KSSIDC, TechSoc, KSFC. KSFC is the one. Next year, if you have a very good project, final year project, KSFC sponsors the final year project also. You can send your project proposal to KSFC for funding if you need a funding. Then DIC, this DIC is a single window institute. We'll talk about that. And district level single window agency, introduction to IPR. These are the things we are going to see into the module 5.